models as well as capital protection for people, and the engagement models such as the stickiness and having more and more the active time in the site, right? So we wanted to kind of come up with various ideas around innovation around the existing prediction market. And one of them was obviously the no loss product prediction, where we would be providing the capital protected predictions for users, rewarding for their participation, irrespective of whether they win or lose, right? So speaking about the market, the total addressable market, we are currently kind of going after around 75 billion worth of assets, where we can enable prediction markets for not just the sports prediction, but also it can it can be any real world events and ERC20 assets, where there will be a price movement in the next few minutes, right? Ranging from 1 minute to 1 hour and one day. So similarly, the no loss prediction that we are going after is purely based on the staking assets. So any cryptocurrency asset that requires some sort of utility, we can certainly create no loss prediction for that. The no loss prediction, meaning user will be staking their cryptocurrency underlying assets, and they will be getting a proof of staking token, and the proof of staking token can be used as a game token for their participation. And the rewards will either come from the any yield generation protocol such as Aave or anything else. If not, the team itself will fund the reward pool, and based on the users participation and accumulation of more and more game tokens from other users, they will be entitled for a higher share in the APR pool. So speaking about the to give you a little bit more around the no loss prediction, let me take an example of 10 people actually kind of having a token A, where there'll be an APR of around 12%. And with 10 people potentially in the pool, one person can win up to 120% of the APR, while their capital is being secured. Every 7 days or every 30 days, they can keep on refilling the game tokens, using which they can participate in the prediction markets. And these no loss prediction markets are actually kind of targeted towards active stakers as well as passive stakers. If the user is actually staking and getting the game token and sitting idle, he will still get the reward tokens of whatever he is entitled for. In case if he is willing to risk his APR, you will be kind of either winning more APR from the other user, or you will be losing more APR. You will be losing the APR of his own. So similarly, the products that we are building right now is the classical prediction is where you generally bet any cryptocurrency asset, and you either win more or you lose the capital that you predicted. On the other side, we also have no loss prediction, where as I explained earlier, it's mostly around the staking based a prediction, where we will be rewarding users for their proof of staking, as well as also if they're not actively participating in any of the prediction markets, right? Along with that, we are also kind of working on an automated predictions, where users can just deposit some of his funds, and let the protocol predict on behalf of the user based on the backtested data, along with the trading view indicators that we usually get from the trading view. And currently we offer various strategies such as moving average and against the moving average for various cryptocurrency assets, but in future user will be able to select his own strategy based on his expertise. And so we generally charge 2.5% on the classical prediction currently, and 10% on the no loss prediction, but soon we are planning to kind of change it to 3 to 5% depending on the maintenance fee on the specific chain. For example, we were on Polygon chain from last 8 months, and we were charging 2.5%, where the cost of operation was relatively cheaper. But now, in the last week, we launched our protocol on Arbitrum chain, where the cost of operation is a little bit higher compared to Polygon chain, and that's the reason we are charging 3%. And soon we are also planning to go on to other chains such as Ethereum BNB chain, and where we will be charging somewhere between 3 to 5% based on the operation cost of operation, right? Similarly, the 10% that we are charging currently is for most of the popular cryptocurrencies, but when the cryptocurrency does not have is not so notable, and the risk involved with the cryptocurrency is a little bit more, then we will tend to charge a little bit higher fee for their users. So similarly, as I mentioned earlier, we went live on Polygon mainnet in the June 2022 because we wanted to kind of validate our idea irrespective of the market condition, and we did got tremendous numbers in last 8 months. So we did 1.7 million predictions, totaling of 19 million volume, And because we charge 2.5%, sorry, because we charge 2.5%, we actually kind of charge 2.5% on 19 million volume. We did manage to kind of accumulate to 240k, and so like every month we get at least 10,000 plus active wallets interacting with the platform, with the number of users being 100k plus. And similarly, on a week on week basis, we get at least 1k plus unique addresses participating in the platform. And we have also kind of added a link for Dune Analytics, because all the operations, all the interaction that are on chain, and we have already shared the Dune Analytics as well. And if you guys have any question in the later, you can feel free to reach out to us. So the revenue projection is, like with 18 million volume, we did 225k, and our aim is to kind of reach at least 36 million, where we will be kind of fetching at least 3 million fee on a month-on-month basis, because PancakeSwap prediction did 3 million in the last bull market for almost a year period. So that is our benchmark for now, and after that we will actually assess the offerings that we have and what kind of products that we want to build, and will change accordingly. And similarly, our go-to-market strategy has been, primarily categorized into B2B and B2C. On the B2C side, we are primarily focused towards driving traffic to our in-app, native application, based on our some of the campaigns that we run on Galaxy Quest 3 and Q3, by rewarding some users for their participation. And on the other side, we have been working with various DEXs and dApps by launching white label solution. So for example, if you go to this is our in-app native application, where we offer various product offerings for in the name of Nexter itself. And when we go to white label for Zero Swap, it's one of the multi-chain DEX. We generally build the user experience in the similar branding guidelines of the white label partner. So you can see, it's powered by Nexter, and the entire user experience looks very similar to Zero Swap's UA, right? And similarly, another partner, Onyx DAO, this is also on Arbitrum, and you can see, it's powered by Nexter, and this is on Arbitrum. So we also have few more multi-chain, our multi-chain approach has been, we launched on Polygon, and then we launched on Arbitrum, and soon we also kind of, we got quite a good interest from BNB chain and Nautilus chain to kind of deploy our protocol and generate some volume, and create some create some engagement for some of the DEXs on BNB chain and Not chain. So I'll mostly, in the interest of time, I'll speak about the milestones that we achieved in the last 8 months. We took 5 months to reach our 100k revenue, and then we took just 4 months to kind of reach our another 100k. And so far we got in the 1.5 months itself, we got another 50k, and we are aiming to kind of reach another 100k in next 1.5 months, because we are also on 2 chains right now. In the last week, from the last week, we are also kind of on Arbitrum, where the volume and the the fee generation is a little bit higher compared to Polygon network. And similarly, we were also one of the incubated projects under BNB chain's BNB chain incubation program that was run across the Europe region, and also another cohort run by DPAD Finance. We just completed the cohort with them. And similarly, the roadmap is.
You have 1 more minute left.
Yeah, sure. So coming to the roadmap, we've already built out majority of the products that we wanted to build, and now currently we are focusing on expansion onto various blockchains and partnering with various DEXs and dApps on each network. And we were actually kind of focusing on launching our token in the Q4, but because we got a very good interest from various blockchains and launchpads and the centralized exchanges, we are slightly pushing back the token launch event to Q3. And whereas we will be kind of working on ads platform and native mobile applications in this quarter, along with the seed rise. So currently, I'll mostly speak about the terms, such as currently we are in the middle of raising our seed round for about 1.2 million at a 15 million valuation. We've got around 300k funds in already, and another 300k commitments from various VCs. And also we are in discussion with Woodstock and NGC Capital, as well as the GSR Capital as well. And speaking about the token flywheel, the more revenue that we generate, that will actually kind of help us to distribute more and more rewards to the user. That will return us to kind of make more and more users to stake more and more of the Nexter tokens. And the revenue that we generate will be either rewarded in the form of liquid staking rewards, or in the form of marketing campaigns that we run, that would actually kind of increase the demand for Nextra token. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it from my side.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, you can. Thank you. Thank you so much, Srivastava, for the presentation. I think, yeah.
Hi. You said you're looking for VC right now. So, you have any lead VC?
So right now, because the seed round is 1.2 million, the maximum funds that we are getting from one particular VC is up to 150k, and we've had a super block that is actually kind of run by one of the co-founders of Bikeconomy, Aniket and Siddharth. They have actually kind of deployed 150k, and apart from that, Chromia, BKEX, and Bison Fund, they have all committed 100k each. So maximum is 150k, and we will be doing another private round soon after this, and that's the reason we are primarily pushing our investor to lead the private round rather than a seed round. So the Woodstock and NGC Capital that I am talking to, one of them will be leading the round by deploying more funds on the private round rather than a seed round.
Okay.
And so this entirely token. I mean, like, is there any previous round which has happened, or this is the first round which is happening actually? Funding.
No, because so we initially wanted to kind of start our fundraising a little bit earlier, and then we saw a great traction and market fit that actually helped us to kind of survive for another few months with the fee that we have been generating in the last 8 months. And that's why we kept on delaying, and we wanted to kind of make sure we will wait for the right market time to kind of launch or start raising, right? And we only started our fundraise in the last month, and we got 300k funds in and another 300k commitments from various VCs. So yeah, this is totally a a token rise for about 8% tokens for this round, and another 11% tokens will be up for sale in the private round. But we wanted to kind of we don't want to quote the private round at this point of time, because we only launched our Arbitrum last week, and based on the traction we get in the next 1 month period, that will decide the valuation for the private round.
Noted. Thank you, Sridhar. Thank you so much for presenting Next Finance at Guardian. And so that's Next Finance. They are raising 1.2 million at a valuation of 15. And this is the first round of investment, seed round of investment. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining.